between Jollibee, the country's beloved multinational corporation, and Wattpad, a Toronto-based enterprise that aims to bring people together through the art of storytelling. You'll notice that on your tables you have tablets, so please feel free to browse through Wattpad at your own leisure. Alright, just to give you an overview, Wattpad users post articles, poems, works of fiction, among others, on the Wattpad platform, where they interact with an even more diversified group of writers. These writers hail from different countries, from United States to Jamaica, and of course the Philippines. In fact, some of our writers in the Philippines have been adapted for films, such as Ang Diary ng Pangit, released in 2014 by Viva Films. This was an instant box office success, and it was quickly followed by Star Cinema's She's Dating the Gangster. Today, we bring Wattpad's power of reach into more familiar territory. Jollibee, whose very mission and vision to bring joy to every moment, already resonates with the everyday Filipino. Wattpad has generously enlisted the help of some of its top-rated writers to share their own unique stories about Jollibee. These influential Filipino writers who are here with us today join us, and they will give us some insight into their writing process and their participation in the storytelling circle as Jollibee's proud representatives. So to formally welcome our guests from Wattpad, we have Ms. Bella Gupta, Chief Executive Officer of AdSpark. Please let us give her a very warm welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Very nice to have a great turnout today. I see some familiar faces in the media, so thank you for coming to our event. Really excited today to share with you more about Jollibee's journey on Wattpad on mobile. We have a great lineup today of influencers from the platform. We also have key representatives from Jollibee, and of course, most excitingly, we have Jollibee coming as well, right? To say hello to us all later. So I'm here to talk more about AdSpark and this event and our partnership with Jollibee. So I know you have some press material already made available to you. Let me firstly start off by saying that AdSpark, as a mobile-first digital marketing company of Globe Telecom, is very pleased to partner with Wattpad. We are their exclusive representation arm here in the Philippines for branded stories. Earlier this year, we were very proud to partner with Jollibee to bring a lot of their stories to life on the Wattpad platform. Let me spend a few minutes talking to you about Wattpad specifically. So how many of you are actually familiar with Wattpad or use the app? Wow, impressive, impressive. So for those of you who need an introduction to Wattpad, it is considered now the largest storytelling platform in the world. Just as YouTube is to video or Instagram is to pictures, Wattpad is to storytelling, right? So this is the platform where young millennials, actually people across all age groups, but we see primarily young millennials. In fact, the user base of Wattpad today is over 45 million globally, right? So people are flocking to this platform to express themselves and to share stories. These could be short form or long form, and they could be poems, they could be articles, whatever it may be. They're uploading this content on the platform, and then there is a big reader base that is reading, liking, commenting, sharing, helping these authors even determine the next chapter of their stories, right? So it's a very interactive social community of readers and writers, and that's what makes Wattpad such a popular app worldwide. Now, the Philippines is no exception to this craze. In fact, some of you may not know this, but Wattpad's second largest user base globally happens to be the Philippines. So the Philippines today has approximately 6.2 million users on the app. That's pretty impressive, right? And as our host mentioned earlier, A lot of the stories that our fellow Filipinos have written on the platform have been discovered and turned into TV shows as well as movies. We talked about some examples of that, Talk Back and You're Dead and the like. In fact, 19 million stories have been uploaded in the Philippines alone. So very high engagement on this platform, very popular, especially with Gen Z. And so it begs the question, what therefore is Jollibee doing on this platform, right? So one of the big compelling aspects of Wattpad is the ability for brands to tell stories on the Wattpad platform. So as you may appreciate, millennials and younger generation of readers and writers don't necessarily want to be hard sold. They don't want to, direct branded placements within the app. And so from the very beginning, it was important to Wattpad to create an authentic experience for readers and writers on the platform. And brands like Jollibee seem to really understand this well. And so we collaborated with them earlier this year to come up with branded stories on the platform. As you can all appreciate, Jollibee has been such a big part of our lives growing up in the Philippines, right? So many memories, friendships, special moments many of us have experienced within the Jollibee stores or you know, with the brand as a whole. It's one of the most loved brands in the country. And we're very excited today to actually present 3 stories that were produced on the Wattpad platform by the existing influencers. And these stories are set in Jollibee stores. They have a connection back to the brand, and we'd like these influencers to share this with you. We're very excited about the partnership because we see a lot of engagement already on these 3 stories, but we are also encouraging others in the Philippines and around the region actually to share their own Kwentong Jollibee moments. So with that, I'm very pleased to kick off today's event. We encourage you to ask lots of questions, to come experience this platform with us today and enjoy the day ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Placed on your tables to browse through Wattpad, second largest in the world. Wow. So before we start our discussion with our distinguished writers, I know we're all excited. Let me first introduce you guys to Miss Arline Adeva, who will welcome our Wattpad writers. Arline is the current PR Director and Head of Kids Marketing at Jollibee Foods Corporation. Once again, Miss Arline.
Jolly afternoon, everyone. That's how we greet in Jollibee. So, jolly afternoon.
Jolly afternoon.
So, it's a pleasure to be with all of you today, our media friends, for the formal launch of an exciting collaboration between the country's #1 fast food chain and Wattpad via the project Kwentong Jollibee on Mobile, Storytelling Redefined. Jollibee has been in existence for close to 4 decades now, and one thing we take pride of as a company is how we have been made part of every Filipino's life, from single everyday joys to important milestones that are part of our cherished memories as individuals or families and loved ones. This long-standing love affair of Filipinos with the brand is the key insight that inspired us to give birth to our Kwentong Jollibee campaign. Actually, it was thought of November late last year, but it was launched February 2016. We wanted to share the countless genuine and heartwarming Jollibee love stories that we have witnessed firsthand in our stores, all 930 plus of them that have been shared with us by the loyal fans. We initially came out with 4 materials online. The first is an omnibus video, the one that's playing earlier, that sets up the series and which was presented from the point of view of one of our restaurant managers who has been with the company for more than 20 years. Then the rest of the videos followed. The first pull-out video is Almusal, which made a lot of people, even grown men, cry last Valentine's Day, followed by Jabi and then Tagpuan. We were overwhelmed by the reactions, positive comments, and the high engagement that each of these videos received, considering that they are not our usual hard sell campaign materials. So it's really genuine, telling stories about Jollibee and how the brand played a role in their lives. And to top it all, The comment section in the Facebook page and our YouTube channel became an instant portal where netizens just exchange stories, so we didn't even have a running promo na share your Jollibee story. So right there in the comments, we can already see how engaged the people are in terms of sharing their Jollibee stories. That is why, as Bella mentioned, when Wattpad approached us middle of the year with this idea to help bring to life this Kwentong Jollibee via another channel, we were very excited at this opportunity. First, because we know how popular this platform is among the millennials, a market segment that we want to capture and consistently engage with. And second, we want to attract even more Filipinos and loyal Jollibee patrons to share their personal Jollibee experience using the power and beauty of written words. And so making it more personal via the Wattpad platform makes the experience more special. I'm so looking forward to reading and rereading all of the Kwentong Jollibee stories that will be gathered from this campaign, because as the first series of stories go, we expected them to be all simple, heartfelt, and truly Pinoy. So with that, thank you very much again to our partners from Wattpad and the pool of our talented writers whom we will all be meeting earlier. So let me end by sharing with you our latest Kwentong Jollibee entitled Carrera. I don't know if you've seen it. It was just launched last night, but it has already close to 3 million views today. So this is in time for September 11. So sit back, relax, and hope you'll all like it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good morning po.
Good morning. Bigyan mo nga ako ng hamburger meal. Tapos yung fries, i-upgrade to large. At yung soft drink to pineapple juice. Tapos yung nameplate mo, tabingi.
Okay, you ordered
Kulang yung ngiti mo. Dagdagan mo. Kailangan. Pati ang mga mata mo, nakasmile.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Good afternoon. Can I take your order?
Bigyan mo ako ng burger steak meal.
Ma'am, would you like to try a peach mango pie to go with your meal?
Mango, iha. Hindi mango. Ulitin mo.
Would you like to try our peach mango pie po?
Better. But no thank you.
Good afternoon. Here's your order, ma'am. Enjoy your meal. Thank you po. Una na ako ah. Ano po, Lola?
Apo, pagbutihan mong trabaho mo, ha? Kung kinakailangan na nandun ako parati, hanggat kaya ko, susuportahan kita hanggang maging manager ka.
Thank you, Arline. I actually just saw that video last night, no? Medyo may kurot sa puso. And it was instantly being shared all over Facebook already. But now let's get to know more stories from Jollibee. Let's get to know our writers. Alright, so first we have Miss Eileen Dangalan, also known in Wattpad as Aidangs. One of her more prominent works in Wattpad is Teen Clash, Teen Clash has over 90 million reads already on the platform, and it is slated to become a major motion picture real soon. Eileen is the writer of Kwentong Jollibee on mobiles. One thing remains. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome on the stage Miss Eileen Danganan. Next, we have Miss Bianca Bernardino, also known in Wattpad as SG Wannabe. A prominent writer in the Wattpad community, Bianca is best known for her work, She's Dating the Gangster. The popularity of her work spun off into a hit movie of the same name. Other works include My Girl and I, as well as the sequel to She's Dating the Gangster. You'll never guess the title? She's Dating the Gangster 2. Bianca is the writer of Kwentong Jollibee on mobiles, Memory Lane. I think I read chapter 3 of this one last night. So guys, let's welcome Miss Bianca Bernardino. And last but not the least, we have Miss Tina Lata, also known as Blue Maiden. Not to be mistaken with other Blue Maidens, guys, when you browse through her or search for her in Wattpad, it's Blue_Maiden. She has over 700,000 followers in Wattpad. Tina is one of Wattpad Philippines' most popular writers. Some of her more famous works include Destined, which is a Waddy's 2015 winner, as well as I'm in Love with a Dota Player, which has been adapted to TV. Tina is the writer of Kwentong Jollibee on mobiles by Chance of Fate. I'd like to welcome Miss Tina. Are you ready? I've been ready since last night. You know guys, I've been a Wattpad user since last year. To be exact, 767,000 followers as of today. How does that feel?
Hi, good afternoon sa lahat. Having that 700 plus followers, so overwhelmed ako kasi nung nag-start ako ng Wattpad, parang 100 lang yung followers ko, then 1,000, then ngayon for 3 years, 700,000 na siya. So, karamihan sa mga readers ko is nag-look up sa akin sa Facebook, sa Twitter. Parang nai-inspire ko sila sa pagsusulat, sa live. So, parang it's a big responsibility din sa akin magkaroon ng ganun kadaming followers.
Tina, naaalala mo pa ba ang unang story ni Blue Maiden sa Wattpad?
Ang first story ko po is I'm in Love with a Dota Player. Napalabas na po siya sa TV5 sa Wattpad Presents. Nung high school po kasi ako, naglalaro ako ng Dota. Kaya na-inspired akong gumawa ng love story about yung Dota player. So, yun yung first story ko sa Wattpad.
Hugot pala yung story na yan, no? Kayo naman, Miss Bianca, I think your stories are so popular because the readers can relate to it. For example, sila Topher, sila Steffi, nung My Girl and I think lahat tayo may ganong character sa barkada natin. Where do you get your story and character ideas?
Mga tao lang sa paligid ko, mga naririnig ko,
mga boses.
May chismosa po talaga ako, nakikinig ko ako sa mga story ng iba. Like, ganito si ganito yung ugali ni ganyan, ni ganito. So, sige, peg ko na lang na paano kung ganito yung character. Baka mas mag-swak sa hila.
Interesting. Ikaw naman, Miss Eileen. You have 90 million, not 90 na, 90 million reads on one of your stories, Teen Clash. Let that number sink in and tell us how you feel.
Good afternoon po. Nung una po kasi, hindi ko po na-expect talaga na aabot ng 100,000 yung book ko, ay yung story ko. Pero habang nag-increase po yung reads, bukod po sa feeling na, wow, ang daming nagbabasa, parang mas masarap po yung feeling na may mga readers na nagsasabi na, "Uy ate, na-inspire po ako sa gawa mo." Tapos po yung, nagkaroon po ako ng friends dahil sa story mo. Nakabuo po kami ng barkada.
That's nice. Any life lesson that you can share with us na natutunan mo sa pagiging writer sa Wattpad?
Siguro yung natutunan ko po aside from skills sa writing is yung patience po talaga. Kasi marami pong readers minsan na hindi na-appreciate yung gawa mo or kung ano-anong sinasabi sa'yo. Pero tatanggapin mo na lang po tapos instead na tingnan yung negative side, mas i-appreciate mo na lang yung mga taong naka-appreciate ng gawa mo.
Well said. How about you, Miss Tina? Any life lesson that you want to share?
Sa akin po, unang natutunan ko mag-time manage. Kasi bukod sa Wattpad, I also have a son and then may work din ako aside from Wattpad. So, natuto ko na yung time ko is, well, nagkakaroon siya ng value. Kasi dati, parang ganito lang. Pero ngayon, kailangan Monday, magsusulat. Tapos umaga, ganito, ganyan. And then, siguro yung mga comments na ng mga readers, meron silang comment every story. So, makikita mo dun kung ano-anong klase yung mga readers ngayon, kung nakaka-appreciate ba sila ng malalalim na story. Parang makikita mo na rin kung anong klase yung generation ng mga kabataan ngayon based on paano sila mag-comment sa story mo.
Now, I'm sure that representing Jollibee through your stories in Wattpad is the latest milestone in your writing career in Wattpad, and a very big one at that. Tina, how do you feel about By Chance of Fate? Happy ka ba with your story?
Opo, happy po ako kasi first time kong magsulat ng love story na hindi siya teenager yung bida. Kasi yung pinaka main character ko is oldies na. So at the same time challenging siya kasi iba siya sa forte ko. Pero masaya kasi maganda yung kinalabasan.
Napapressure ka ba representing the name of Jollibee in Wattpad?
Opo, kasi knowing Jollibee, malaki silang company and bata pa lang ako, kinamulatan ko na yung Jollibee. So, parang sobrang laking responsibility din to represent Jollibee sa Wattpad.
Alright. Parang caring-caring naman ni Miss Tina, no? But speaking of pressure, Miss Eileen, nahirapan ka ba isulat yung One Thing Remains? Story ni Chelsea at ni Carlo?
Mahirap po kasi po yung genre ko po is love story, romance, humor, tapos friends. Tapos kaya lang po yung One Thing Remains po, mas nag-focus po siya sa sibling love. So parang first time ko lang po siya ginawa. Pero challenge, pero masayang sulat.
It was very interesting. I think I'm already on chapter 4. I'm waiting for the twist, no? Chelsea is now in college, so very good job writing that story. And lastly, Miss Bianca, I want to ask you, how was the journey writing Memory Lane for Jollibee in Wattpad?
Ano ba? Kasi una pa lang, like, nasabihan na kami ni Tina na magsusulat po for Jollibee. Nag-brainstorm na kami tungkol sa gagawin namin.
So you guys are like real-life friends na rin, no? Outside of Wattpad?
Opo, kasi... Opo. Kasi under same publisher din po kami. So, nag-meet din kami. So, yun po. Anyway.
With feelings.
Yung favorite part ko po is yung paragraph na kasalukuyang nasa Jollibee ang magkapatid. Dinala kasi ni Cheska ang kapatid doon para kahit paano ay mapagaan ang loob nito na mukha namang ang epekto. Alam niya kasi na comfort food ng kapatid ang pagkain dito. Yung part po kasi na yun, parang nakaka-relate po ako. Kasi nung bata po ako, kapag napapagalitan, kapag may nagagawa pong hindi maganda, parang dinadala po ako sa Jollibee. Kasi yung pagbata ka po kasi yung feeling na makita mo lang po yung mascot ni Jollibee, parang sobrang saya na po tapos parang gumagaan na yung loob mo.
Thank you. Actually, feeling ko kahit matanda na tayo, no? Pag stress sa trabaho, tara, Chicken Joy, spaghetti, extra rice, Yum Burger, Jollibee. How about you, Miss Bianca? What's a favorite excerpt from your story, Memory Lane?
Sorry, ang cheesy kasi, pero line siya ng isang character. Hindi ko rin alam kung paano ko nasulat to. Pero, ang sabi niya kasi, ayoko yung taong naging ako after ng mga nangyari. I started doubting your sincerity. Sinasabi ko sa sarili ko na naniniwala ako, pero at the back of my mind, hindi. Kasi ako, hindi ko kasi alam ang feeling ng naloko. Sorry, sabi ko na tungkol sa story. So, naloko yung babae. So, hindi ko alam yung feeling. Ano nga ba? So, tinanong ko yung friend ko, hindi na the same daw. Hindi na raw the same yung magiging relationship nyo. So, sabi ko, bakit kaya hindi pwede? Yung pala, feeling ko sa character lang nung akin, baka may kailangang forgiveness from the past na same, na nag-mirror din sa nangyari sa kanila. So, yun lang yung favorite.
Thank you for sharing that. Miss Tina?
Ako, yung favorite part ko sa story ko is pagpasok ko doon ay umorder ako ng paborito ko, spaghetti, yung burger, fries, at chocolate sundae. Hinanap ko agad ang pwesto na palagi kong inupuan at napangiti ako na makita ko si Lydia. Umupo ako sa harapan niya at pareho kaming napangiti. Sa Jollibee, una kami nagkakilala at dito rin kami naghiwalay ni Lydia. Pero dito din pala kami muling pagtatagpuin ng tadhana. Favorite ko siya kasi personally ako naniniwala ako sa destiny. So, pagkatapos ng lahat ng mga nangyari, sobrang unexpected na makikita pa ulit sila. And then, sobrang kasi, sa lahat ng memories nila, si Jollibee nangyari. Doon sila naghiwalay, doon sila nakita, doon sila naghiwalay. Then, after all these years, doon din pala sila umuling pagtatagpuin ng tadhana.
Thank you. And ladies, thank you for sharing your stories with us this afternoon. Now, I would like to welcome back Miss Bella and Miss Arline here on stage to open the Q&A portion of the program. Ladies, please stay on your seats.
Tagalog. Maganda yung medium kasi it actually attracts the younger, and at the same time, we have older characters. So, paano nyo inatake yung developing the plot, and at the same time, the storyline? Did you interview people or just observe people doing their thing while eating in Jollibee?
For that po, yung sa akin po kasi from teenagers na main characters to oldies. Actually, based din siya sa sarili kong grandparents. So, yung kung paano sila gumalaw, kung paano sila magsalita, I based it on same age nung character ko. So, we do research din po. Then, actually, na-inspire din ako sa video ng Jollibee, which is yung two lovers na always nakikita sa same spot. So, ganun po siya.
Yung sa akin naman po, yung sa friends po, pag nagkukwento sila, ano yung nangyayari, dun lang po na-base talaga. May problem pero magkakabalikan in the end because of a certain something. Like memories nila.
I'm not gonna consult with any particular, like anybody na ganun yung experience.
Yung friend lang talaga. Yung mga friends ko na feel nila yung betrayal from the parents and at the same time yung sa kanya na experience. Kasi ganun po yung nangyari. Sorry, ano kayo? Yung nangyari sa kanya. Yung parents ko niya, ganun yung medyo hindi naging okay. Tapos, sabi ko, paano kung ganun din yung parents niya na hindi rin pala okay talaga. Pero babaguhin lang natin na para maging forgiving si Yuli, baka pinorgive din ng mommy, yung daddy niya. At yun yung kulang sa kanya. Yun yung lacking sa personality niya. I-forgive niya muna yung dad niya bago niya ma-forgive yung guys sa kanya. So, yun.
From the way you say, parang very open kayo sa mga kaibigan. Parang, although hindi mo binimension yung name, ganun ang output mo, right?
Opo. Kasi, regarding sa friend ko.
Yeah, kasi binis mo to sa mga kaibigan, experiences ng kaibigan mo, di ba? Di ba sila na parang, yung experience ko yan, ba't mo sinusulat?
Ay, hindi minsan naman sinasabi nila sa akin, ito may kwento ka na, ikwento mo na to. So sila mismo, paano mo na-ipag, sige, kwento ko. Ganun sila ka-open. Kahit po yung mommy niya, sinasabi rin sa akin, ay nako, ito, pwede mo nang ikwento to, isulat mo na to, istorya mo na to. Sige po, tita.
Parang last writer.
Sa akin po kasi somehow inspired po siya sa akin ng kapatid ko. Kasi po may younger brother din po ako. Tapos sobrang close din po kami. Dumating din po kami para sa part na medyo nagkakagap po kasi nag-high school siya, tapos nag-college ako. Tapos may kanya-kanya kaming barkada. Pero po ngayon, para po yun sa nangyari sa story, yung kahit hindi po kami madalas mag-bond like dati, yung band po namin magkapatid, hindi po siya nawawala.
I was told by Wattpad na gagawin itong international exposure. So, magiging English yung language. May say ba kayo sa content kapag translate na?
What do you mean? Sorry po.
Kasi I was told na parang this is going international. So, mababasa ng
okay. Kung okay lang po sa amin.
Oo, kung may say kayo sa... Kasi nababago minsan
I believe naman.
Maybe I can help clarify. I think the question is the reach going beyond the Philippines for the stories?
Eventually, if it's going to international,
yes.
It's going to be translated, right? Do they have the say of altering the content because it's going to be in another language?
Actually, in the context of their stories, yes, the audience is going to be in markets where there are Filipinos overseas. So you know, as you know, there's a big OFW community abroad. So their stories will be for that audience specifically. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Clarify.
More questions?
Hi, Earl from thefanboyseo.com. I just wanted to ask, during the writing process for your stories, what were the Jollibee, what among the Jollibee menu would you figure na marami kayong nakain while writing?
Sa akin po, siguro yung fries. Kasi sa mobile kasi ako nagsusulat, hindi sa laptop or computer. So habang susulat sa phone, pwede ka rin kumain ng fries, break ng 3 minutes, kain muna, tapos tsaka ka masusulat para kasi mas okay yung brain mo kapag hindi lang yung utak mo yung kusog, pati mahirap kasi magsulat na nagutom ka. Yun, kaya kailangan meron side na food.
Ako po, ever since na-release yung Ultimate Burger Steak, yun talaga. Kaya pati sa story, hindi yun nakalagay na favorite nila.
Ako po, fries din. Kasi kapag nagsusulat ka po, Kapag po parang hininto mo po siya, or susubo ka po. Pag hininto mo po kasi siya, parang nawawala ka na po sa zone. Yung parang nahihirapan ka na po bumalik sa kung ano yung sinusulat mo.
Alright. Meron pa po ba tayong questions from this table?
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Maris from purpleblogfairy.com. I have two questions for all of the writers. Number one, my first question is, if you were to write your own Jollibee story, we all acknowledge the fact that Jollibee has been a part of all Filipinos. What would it be? And then number two, is there ever a chance that you experience the writer's block, and what do you do about it? Thank you.
Sorry, yung first question po.
If you were to write your own personal Jollibee story, what would it be?
Okay po. So, sa first question, my own Jollibee, siguro, although love story or romance yung genre ko, it would be para sa akin more on family. Kasi, for me, I view Jollibee as not as just fast food chain. It's more on dito yung nabubuo yung family bondings kasi it's not just about teenagers, it's more on kids, teenagers, oldies. So for me, kung meron akong kwentong Jollibee, I would love it to be a family story with my family. And second, yung sa writer's block, actually ever since mag-start ako magsulat, meron talaga siyang writer's block. Yung kahit may naisip ka lang pa, hindi mo siya masulat as in na buong story. So, ang ginagawa ko is, nagbabasa ako ng books, then nanonood ako ng mga Korean dramas or mga movies para makakuha din ako ng ideas. And then, every time kasi nagsusulat ako, I listen to music para kung ano yung emotions ng flow ng story. If kunyari sad, kailangan yung songs na pinapakinggan ko sad din, or if masaya, kailangan yung songs is masaya para nag-drive yung emotions ko dun sa sinusulat ko.
Ako feeling ko pagka given the chance na kung bubuin ko simula pa lang yung story ko, feeling ko kaya yung sabi niya, about family rin. Like, pagka ako nagkaanak, I will make it, parang gagawin ko na at least every Sunday, family day kasi Sunday, di ba? Magla-lunch kami after church, dun sa Jollibee, or anything lang na, what's this? Anything na, yung parang gusto ko makalakihan din ng anak ko, yung nakalakihan ko. Kasi, di ba, part ng pagiging Filipino, Jollibee, di ba? So, gusto ko ganun, na-experience ko rin. And regarding sa writer's block, madalas mo nangyayari sa akin yan. And nag-request lang ko talaga ako ng extension ng deadline. Tapos makikinig lang ako ng music. Doon lang ako kukuha ng ideas or
Regarding sa first question, kinakonsider ko na po kasi yung nasulat ko po, One Thing Remains po, as parang inspired po siya sa story namin ng kapatid ko. So parang yun na po yung sa first. Tapos po about po sa writer's block, madalas ko po kasi siyang maranasan lately. So aside po kasi nakakatulong yung music, pero minsan po parang kulang pa rin. Kaya ang ginagawa ko po, rest lang po. Tapos, lalayo po ako sa pagsusulat. Yung hihintayin ko pong kusang bumalik yung fuse. Yan po. Kasi po pag pinilit ko po yung utak ko na magsulat ng hindi ka naman po na-feel yung story, parang pilit lang din po yung lumalabas na story.
Do we have questions for Miss Bella or Miss Arline?
Hi, Hi, I'm Earth of Earthling Gorgeous. I just want to ask one time, is this for 3 writers only, or are you planning to have more writers for Jolly?
I can start answering that, and Miss Arline can jump in as well. So actually, we engaged with the influencers, the 3 fine ladies here, because we knew they had very strong pull on the platform. But the broader vision actually of Jollibee's engagement with Wattpad is actually to provide a platform on mobile for Kwentong Jollibee, right? And to tap the existing readers and writers to share their own Kwentong Jollibee stories. So we launched in July an awards which we call Watties. And there are 3 categories that we are collecting entries for. The first was My Cheesy Jollibee Story. The second was Forever Love with Jadine. And the third is Once Upon a Jollibee. And so we launched this contest in July. We collected entries until August 31. And I'm very pleased to share that we got almost over 1,000 submission of stories to the platform, where people, everyday readers who are also big Jollibee fans have shared their own Kwentong Jollibee stories. And we will be awarding the winners. There will be 9 winners. There were, as I mentioned, 3 categories. Each category will have 3 winners. There's an event taking place at SMX Convention Center on September 18 to award the winners. So we hope to actually see some of you there at the event as well.
Yeah, so Bella said it all. So we're very excited to read the entries that will be coming for the Watties this year. We're just very fortunate that these 3 writers agreed to sort of kick off the campaign by sharing first their own Jollibee stories as inspiration or pegs for the readers to sort of jumpstart and give a peg on what we're expecting for this campaign. And who knows, we might be able to, from the pool of winners, we might be able to pick up some nice gems there of stories that will make it to yung online materials namin for the next campaigns.
Understand. So even our 3 writers here can contribute more than the initial stories that they've already given, right? All right. Any more questions? All right.
Actually, AdSpark, as you know, is Globe's wholly owned subsidiary and is a mobile-first digital marketing company. We are actually Wattpad's representation entity in the Philippines for branded stories specifically. That's the relationship with Wattpad.
Okay, for the 3 writers, kasi madalas yung nakikita yung mga reaction ng public, good and bad. Anong demographics nyo? Mas marami bang lalaki, babae? And for Jollibee, bakit po babae yung writers ng lalaki?
I think majority po kasi ng Wattpad readers ay babae. So, kaya pati writers, babae rin ng majority. May lalaki naman po.
Meron din po kaso hindi siya ganun kalaki yung numbers. It's more on girls yung mga writers. And sa readers din, mas marami yung girls. Pero lately, may mga lalaki na rin na na-encourage magbasa ng Wattpad.
Why do you think it's more women who reads your materials?
Mas madami pong girls, mga teenagers po. Kasi parang yung story po kasi sa Wattpad, mostly romance. Tapos, yung mga teenage girls po, parang mas gusto po nilang magbasa ng mga romance stories ngayon.
Miss Tina mentioned a while ago that you were looking into para makita mo kung if the audience prefer mature outputs or something else. What did you find out?
For me kasi, I know my audience and I know they're mostly 11 to 18, mostly ganun yung ages nila. So, as much as possible, I don't put mature contents kasi as a right, iniisip ko din yung magiging influence ko sa mga bata. Kasi ano pa yan eh, yung isip nila hindi pa pwedeng mahaluan ng something na pang-mature. So, yung story ko rin, bukod sa plot na naisip ko, ina-align ko din siya sa audience ko. Which is yun nga, demographics ko ng ages is 11 to 18. Meron din akong mga 24 to 28 na ages. Pero okay din naman sila sa flow ng story. And naiintindihan naman nila na mas marami akong mas bata, teenagers na readers. So that's why I don't put mature content sa story.
Any more questions from our press? Alright, well I think there you have it guys. Wattpad and Jollibee bringing together readers and eaters. I'd like to thank our writers, of course Miss Bella and Miss Arline. You may now leave the stage. Thank you so much. And guys, I know what you're all thinking. All this talk about Jollibee is making you miss a certain bee. So, here to join us this afternoon is no other than Jollibee himself. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Ngiti, di na mapapakali. Halika na, tara na, toon na nga ang pinta. Labas lahat ng ngipin, sumasayaw sa tuwa. Ganyan ang feeling, kapag tila ang saya. Dito tayo, mas delicious ang tawa. Sa Jollibee na tayo, just delicious sa saya. Sa Jollibee na tayo, wala nang iba. Sa Jollibee, di na ang saya.
Samang saya at sarap, sige na, sayaw na.
Labas lahat ng ngipin, sumasayaw sa tuwa. Tingnan ang feeling, kapag tila ang saya. Dito tayo, mas delicious ang tawa. Sa Jollibee na tayo, just delicious sa saya. Sa Jollibee na tayo, wala nang iba. Sa Jollibee, tila ang saya.
I'm sure all this mention of Jollibee is making you crave for some cheesy bacon mushroom yum. And my personal favorite, peach
Wattpad. I want to invite you to read Malikwentong Jollibee at Wattpad entitled One Thing Remains. And you check that story out.
Ay, hello po. Ako po si Bianca. SG wannabe po ako sa Wattpad. At sana ho, basahin niyo po ang aking kwentong Jollibee. Ang title po ay Memory Lane. Sorry.
Hi guys, I'm of Wattpad, and I'm inviting you to read Wattpad on website, on mobile phone, mobile app Wattpad, and also inviting you to read by chance by your seat.